right, it is 6 p.m., so I will call to order this meeting of the Whitestown Police Commission. This is a regular meeting on our scheduled date of Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025. Roll call, please, Chief.
President Nichols.
Here.
Vice President Foley. Here. Commissioner Huffman. Commissioner Martell. Here. Commissioner Weinheim. Here.
All right, with that, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you all. Do we have any changes to be made to the agenda? If not, I would accept a motion to approve.
I second the motion.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0. Takes us to item 3, approval of the June minutes. Any questions, comments, updates needed to the minutes? Hearing none, I make a motion to approve the June minutes as presented.
Motion to approve the June minutes.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0. Item 4, public request to speak. We have nobody in the audience to speak. Anybody online? All right. Seeing none, takes us to item 5, presentations, of which we have none. It takes us to item 6, August 2025 report and stats and updates. Chief.
Okay, we hosted the physical fitness assessment for our ongoing process last Saturday. It's a new test. They used to do the 1.5-mile run, 300 push-ups, sit-ups. Now they've switched. Well, it's going to start next August at the academy, but the academy adopted an obstacle course. So the captain went down a few months ago to check that out. So we reinvented that course on the football field out at Traders Point. And at that time, there was no time limit set by the academy. That has since been done, and we were well within the range of what they had for our testing. So it went well. It was, their knees were buckled, from my understanding, a lot more than the normal test. So it does seem to be harder.
That's what I was going to ask.
Than what the normal test is. So we shall see. But the academy will implement that next August, by all accounts. So that's cool. Next up, our newest reserve officer, Officer Embert, completed her in-service training, like on-site at the PD. She completed all of her psychomotor skills training with us, and if she hasn't already started, in the coming days, she will begin field training with our staff. Moving on to monthly stats, the patrol division saw 84 case reports, 43 arrest reports, and 29 accidents. We had over 1,600 calls for service, and 763 of those were traffic stops. CID, fairly similar to months previous. Crimes against property, 18. Crimes against persons, 14. Cyber investigations was extremely busy with 69 devices. Overall, we had over 1,000 hours of training amongst the department. All members completed their annual emergency vehicle operations. Normally, we go down to ILEA and use their track for that. This year, we weren't unable to get that at a time that fit our schedule, so we did that locally with our people. Sergeant Klinger and Sergeant Root hosted emergency medical responder certification training. We had, 10 or 12 officers that went through that over a 2-week period. We broke it up in 1-week groups and just kind of did that on shift. Officer Edwards completed a tactical shield instructor course, and Sergeant Root and Sergeant Gibson completed week 2 of 4 of IMPD Leadership Academy. They're our last supervisors that need to go through that. Any questions on the monthly report? Okay. We have nothing under unfinished business. New business, item A, consider review and approval of the 2026 fleet project. This is much like years past, with the exception, I think last year we approved, and every other year we've approved 6 vehicles. This year I am asking for 7 Ford Explorer hybrids. They are quoted at $49,000. This also includes the upfitter's price, some scanner kits, printers, cables, that kind of thing. And I did include Axon cameras, the fleet cameras. That price is actually a little lower, and we may or may not need 6, but I go ahead and put it on there as 6 just in case. We'll most likely take a couple out of some old vehicles, and every now and then we have some from a wrecked vehicle that does pop up, so we may or may not use 6. But the overall price would not exceed the $501,358. I will say this is the first year also going into next year's budget where I was able to lower the amount asked in our budget for the fleet. Normally that's $632,000, and I asked for about $480 because the Axon cameras come out of a different line.
Sounds good. Any questions, comments?
I will note also, the only reason I'm bringing this now versus waiting is about a month ago, Bill Estes hit us up and inquired how many we wanted. They go ahead and place the order. And then much like last year, hopefully January 1, we can go ahead and pick them up and use next year's budget. So it just helps. It seems a little odd I'm asking so early. It didn't used to be like this with Ford. It's a little different than what we dealt with Chevy.
I do see we have 7 trucks and 6 accessory equipment. We've got 1 upfit. Is one of these a staff, or are we taking stuff from?
One of them
Other-
would be an admin vehicle, so
Perfect.
camera's not needed.
That works. Any other questions? Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the 2026 fleet project not to exceed $501,358.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0.
Item B, consider review and approval of the purchase of an F-150 pickup truck. I'm wanting to get a pickup truck for our crime scene technician. She currently drives a Tahoe. It's an older Tahoe, which we could still use in the fleet before it gets too many miles on it. The F-150, we can put the pull-out drawers in, much like we did a couple years ago when we bought one. Probably going to go with a camper shell, but not quite sure on that. But for showing up to a scene and taking in evidence and whatnot, we believe the F-150 is the better way to go. Don't pay too much attention to the exact truck here. This truck has been sold, so really what I'm looking for is a used F-150 to not exceed $46,000. Think we can probably find one for that range.
Any questions, discussion?
Get a couple more trucks, everybody's gonna want one.
We have to shut that down after the last one. Everybody, even road guys, were wanting trucks, and I said we're not doing that. So I am causing myself more problems than it's probably worth.
Want to pick up till you're in a pickup, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the purchase of the F-150 not to exceed $46,000.
And I'll second. So we have a motion made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0.
Item C, consider review and approval of a firearms range barn. I am hopeful that October we will close on our land, so I'm just trying to get ahead of the purchase of the range barn itself. I did encumber money last year at the end of the year going into this year, so we do need to purchase this. It's not real proper to re-encumber money, so I have the money on the books this year. The hope is we can get out there and start moving some dirt and yet this year, and at minimum, try to figure out where this barn's gonna go. We did pull 2 quotes for the barn. This is the lower of the 2 by quite a bit. Our third guy never got back with us with a quote. So it's a 36 by 48 pole barn. This includes the overhang and the porch area where we usually, when we go out to the range, we don't really hang out in the barn much. We're kind of under the underhang. It's concrete pad that extends, and eventually we're gonna want a well and septic and things like that, but at minimum, I'm just trying to get the barn built this year. That price is $87,660. The other quote was upwards of $125,000, so I do feel like this is a decent price for what prices are these days.
Do you remember what we encumbered? I don't recall.
I encumbered $125,000 for the project.
Okay.
So I do feel like we're still well within. The other price was a little bit more because he included everything else. I did break down, and that's what the price of the barn was. But I think we'll just subcontract it all out ourselves and save a lot of money as well.
Sounds good. I was just trying to remember, and memory failed me. I thought it was in the 6 figures. Talks about a stone pad not included and can be quoted. Are we specifically thinking of something, or no? That might be a catch-all they put on there.
I think it's probably a catch-all. We did talk about a pad to one of the sides and maybe doing a separate overhang for targets and whatnot, but we've since decided not to do that. There's a good chance that we're going to get a pretty large mini barn from Streets, and it's just sitting out there in
Nice.
Old Town. So we might end up pulling that out there or some other kind of container of some sort. So we're going to get creative out there. I don't think that should be needed, probably just what's in the barn, but I think that's probably just a catch-all thing as well.
Gotcha. I appreciate the effort to save money on this. Any other questions or discussion? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve the firearms range barn purchase for an amount not to exceed $87,660.
Go ahead and second.
Motion made, seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0.
Thank you. Item D, consider review and approval of the cyber room renovation. So our current cyber room is attached to the case task force. The idea is to have that room pretty much be case. I've spoken with the other department heads, and the plan is for other departments to start in the coming, hopefully next year, sending some more people our way and growing the cyber division. We need to grow it. We can currently fit 4 people in the room we have now. We've identified a room that's unfinished in our building that's roughly 20 by 40. So to finish that room out with a couple windows, there's no windows in there currently. Windows are expensive, of course, but these are guys that are going to be sitting looking at computers all day long, so I do want to get them some natural light. We need to add a door, finish the walls. We need to add an evidence room and a lot of electrical. The electrical, I think, is the main reason why this price is a little high. The $98,000, don't pay attention to that because there's a bathroom on here. So the price is $65,150. I also got 3 quotes for this. One other quote was $72,000 and one was $85,000. Much like everything else, I'm shocked that this is this price, but it is what the market is these days. And I'm not bringing you the restroom because I think that price is absolutely ridiculous, but it's in line with the other 2 quotes as well somehow. So it is what it is. We have the money to pay for it. We don't totally need this project right now, I'll be honest, but I do think this time next year we'll need it. So I want to get ahead of it, and when other departments are ready to send people down, I want to have a place for them. And this room will easily get us into the next 15 years of cyber. I think we can easily get 10 people in this room once it's finished. So we'll just slowly do the build out of desks and people, but to get it done, I think is huge for us and the county as well.
Well, and I would say construction's not going to get any cheaper.
No, it's-
Waiting is not going to save us money.
Right.
And really, that's what the top, or that second floor was made for, is this kind of expansion. We had that big
It
open
was.
space on it because we didn't know exactly which we would need, but
Right.
certainly cyber's become what we need.
Absolutely. And we have another large area still. I'm assuming, I think we probably still have about 4,500 square foot of unfinished space. This one's partially finished. There is drywall in there. The rest of it needs everything when we get to it. The other one, this one's already got carpet in it. It's where we currently have our simulator, so we need to find another home for it. But we are starting to get some other ideas for the other area. And I think, you know, we're 5 years into that building, and we're definitely filling up that top half quicker than I thought we would. But it's exciting stuff, so good. We're doing a lot of good work with that area.
Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
Just looking for
Just the top number, correct?
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the cyber room renovation not to exceed $65,150.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0.
Okay, with that, I have nothing under other business, and the next regular meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, October 7th at 6 p.m.
Sounds good. Any commissioners have any business to come before the commission? Seeing none, you know the motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made to adjourn and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Carries 4-0. We stand adjourned. Thank you.